All right, I'm 18 years old and I make a living trading stocks, and it's no different than a video game. I made over $750 today, and let me show you my exact strategy to make these consistent profits every single day. Now, first you're going to open this website called TradingView. Here's where I find the setups that I trade every single day. So you're going to go over, type in a symbol. Let's just start with the S&P 500, okay? And we're going to go to the daily chart. So what we're looking for is we're using S&P 500 as like a base, okay? As like to see which stocks are really the best stocks. So as you guys can see here, we're making pullbacks like this. What we're looking for to find stocks that are like just way more bullish, okay? Stronger trends, you know what I mean? So for example, like Google is really good, holding on, keep making up candles. Apple, same thing. Stocks that aren't doing the same thing are like PLTR. Like you can look for puts on these, okay? But let's just go ahead and look at like Apple, for example. As you guys know, we're just holding on to that bullish momentum, consolidating what S&P 500 is dropping. All right, and now we're going to go to lower time frames. We're going to go to the 5-minute chart. So once you get to the 5-minute chart, you want to add pre-market and aftermarket into your chart. So you're going to go down to the settings right down here, click the settings, session, extended trading hours. Now you have pre-market, aftermarket. So I trade setups like these literally every single morning. Okay, here's how I do it. I go and find a signature and price inside of either the previous day. This is what I call a psychological level. So where the stock like rejects off of support, resistance on higher time frames. So if we go into higher time frames, we can see this is a level. But we respect it right here. What I'm looking for is more respectance inside of the aftermarket, inside of the pre-market. And then what I look for is a 5-minute momentum candle to break out of this level. And this is exactly what I see right here. Right as that 5-minute candle closes, guys, you enter into out of the money call options. And you put your stop loss below this range. What you're looking for is a 5-minute candle to close below. If the 5-minute candle closes below, you can exit out of your position. But most of the time, after that 5-minute candle is the first candle, the daily bias should just be completely bullish like this. And these pops happen literally every single morning, just like I showed you guys. Literally every single morning, you can get into these setups. And for example, we took a Google call this Friday and we entered into out of the money call options at 24 cents a contract. And I called this out literally 9:37. In literally 2 minutes, they exploded to 45%, then 70%, and we scale out of our positions on the way up. So you just size accordingly on your strategy, and I have backtested the strategy to have an 80 to 85% win rate. So you just size accordingly, all right? Maybe like 1%, 2% of your portfolio every single time, and then you keep taking these 70, 100. I've had percentage gains go to 1,000%, and then and you cut your losses short, and you just grow your portfolio like crazy. If you want to join the Discord where I trade live completely for free, the link's going to be in the bio.